Close to mid-month, 14th of September 2023. Welcome to Somalia's premier #1 station for news and updates, Dalsan TV. I'm your presenter, Abdurrahman Yusuf. Tonight, here are the stories that are making our headlines. Former Somali president urges Al-Shabaab to cease hostilities and engage in government negotiations. Multiple injured in a car bomb attack on security checkpoint in Mogadishu. 6-year-old Somali prodigy wins Chinese embassy painting contest. Mogadishu shines as host of the 74th National Day of the People's Republic of China ceremony. Glad to have you back, lovely viewers. Now, let's delve into a full bulletin. Abdiqasim Salat Hassan, the former president of Somalia, has made a heartfelt plea to the militant group Al-Shabaab, urging them to halt their fight against the federal government. In a video that quickly circulated on social media platforms, Hassan passionately called for the initiation of negotiations between the militant group and the government following the recent setbacks suffered by the government forces in year-long offensives which received extensive support from the United States and the Turkish Air Forces. Abdiqasim Salat Hassan, the former president of Somalia, has made a heartfelt plea to the militant group Al-Shabaab, urging them to halt their fight against the federal government. In a video that quickly circulated on social media platforms, Hassan passionately called for the initiation of negotiations between the militant group and the government, following the recent setbacks suffered by the government forces in a year-long offensive, which had received extensive support from the United States and Turkish Air Forces. The former president's message carries significant weight, given his deep knowledge of Somalia's political landscape and his previous leadership role. Abdiqasim Salat Hassan, who served as the president of Somalia from 2000 to 2004, has long been acknowledged for his commitment to the national unity and peace. The video, which emerged on Wednesday, he emphasized the importance of dialogue and negotiation as the most viable path towards a peaceful resolution. Hassan's call comes at a critical juncture as the federal government has faced significant setbacks in recent weeks. Al-Shabaab, capitalizing on these vulnerabilities, managed to reverse the gains made by the government forces, thereby causing a setback to the year-long offensive that has received international backing. The offensive, supported by the United States and Turkish Air Forces, was aimed at weakening Al-Shabaab's grip on the country and re-establishing government control over territories previously under the rebels' group influence. Abdiqasim Salat Hassan's appeal for negotiations demonstrates a pragmatic recognition of evolving dynamics on the ground. By urging Al-Shabaab to engage in a dialogue with the government, he acknowledges the importance of inclusivity, reconciliation, and compromise in building a peaceful and stable Somalia. The response to Hassan's video has been mixed, with some hailing it as a significant step towards peace and reconciliation, while others remain skeptical about the willingness of Al-Shabaab to engage in talks. In a heartwarming celebration of talent and creativity, the Chinese embassy in Somalia bestowed recognition upon a remarkable 6-year-old Somali boy, Kokib Mahmoud, for his outstanding achievement in the My Dream painting competition. Here's a full story. In a heartwarming celebration of talent and creativity, the Chinese embassy in Somalia bestowed recognition upon a remarkable 6-year-old Somali boy, Kokib Mahmoud, for his outstanding achievement in the My Dream painting competition. The competition, jointly organized by the Secretariat of the Chinese Follow-Up Committee of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, the China Manned Space Engineering Office, and the Chinese missions in Africa, aim to foster artistic expression and inspire young minds across the continent. Kokib Mahmoud emerged as the winner of the prestigious competition, claiming the first prize with his captivating painting themed around doves. His artwork, among the top 10 selected, was subsequently exhibited at China's Tiangong space station by the Shenzhou 16 taikonauts, who are currently embarked on a 5-month exploration mission. Marwa Noura Mutafgudu, the State Minister for the Ministry of Education in Somalia, expressed her heartfelt congratulations to the talented young boy for representing his country with distinction and clinching the coveted prize. She emphasized the importance of nurturing children's aspirations, emphasizing that with proper motivation, they can achieve remarkable outcomes. Minister Noura also expressed gratitude to the Chinese embassy for providing Somali teenagers with such invaluable opportunities, including the recent scholarship awarded to Somali students by the Chinese government. The event attracted the attention of various officials, including Ibrahim Nur Ahmed, an advisor to the Somalia Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Ahmed highlighted the significance of such events in unleashing children's creativity and providing them with a platform to express their aspirations. He expressed pride in the fact that Kaukib's artwork is now showcased at the Chinese space station. Amr Mahmoud, the boy's father, beamed with joy and pride, stating, "I cannot express my feeling in words. I'm very happy to see my son's art of success and winning in the race to be among the top 10 winners of painting competition held in China in March this year. Kaukib is very creative. He likes to be a pilot in the future." Chinese ambassador to Somalia Fei Xingshao extended his heartfelt congratulations to Kaukib for his remarkable achievement in the painting competition. Ambassador Fei emphasized that the young boy's painting beautifully conveyed the Somali people's dream of peace. This occasion follows a recent farewell ceremony organized by the Chinese embassy, bidding farewell to over 30 students who had been granted scholarships to pursue higher education in the Chinese universities. This occasion follows a recent farewell ceremony organized by the Chinese embassy, bidding farewell to over 30 students who had been granted scholarships to pursue higher education in Chinese universities. The enduring friendship between China and Somalia dates back to December 14, 1960, when the two nations established diplomatic ties, a mere 6 months after Somalia gained its independence from the colonial powers. This profound relationship continues to strengthen with collaborative initiatives, fostering educational opportunities, cultural exchanges, and shared aspirations for a peaceful and prosperous future. A car bomb attack in the Somali capital of Mogadishu left at least 8 people wounded, including security personnel. The targeted area was a security checkpoint located in the Dainlila neighborhood of Mogadishu. The attack, executed with a car laden with explosives, resulted in the immediate evacuation of the injured individuals to a nearby hospital for urgent medical attention. A heart-rending story. Here is a full story.
A car bomb attack in the Somali capital of Mogadishu left at least 8 people wounded, including security personnel. The targeted area was a security checkpoint located in the Dainila neighborhood of Mogadishu. The attack, executed with a car laden with explosives, resulted in the immediate evacuation of the injured individuals to a nearby hospital for urgent medical attention. This unsettling news was confirmed by Ali Hassan, a security official operating in the Hodan district of Mogadishu, who provided details via a phone interview with Anadolu. Al-Shabaab promptly claimed responsibility for the car bombing. This group, notorious for its acts of violence and chaos, has been a persistent threat to Somalia's security. The Somali Defense Ministry, on the same day, announced that the country's armed forces had launched a military operation in the southwestern Bai region, specifically targeting high-ranking leaders within Al-Shabaab. In an official statement, the Defense Ministry proudly declared that the operation had resulted in the elimination of the finance chief of Al-Shabaab in the Bai region, as well as other senior members of the organization. For years, Somalia has faced a grave security situation, with the primary threats emanating from Al-Shabaab and the Daesh-ISIS groups. The Al-Shabaab organization in particular has been engaged in combat against the Somali government and the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia since 2007. The frequency of attacks conducted by Al-Shabaab has escalated since Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, who secured a second term last year, declared an all-out war on the group. This declaration, intended to intensify efforts to counter Al-Shabaab's influence and activities, has since prompted an increase in the organization's violent assaults. The situation in Somalia remains fragile, as security forces and international partners continue their relentless efforts to curb the menace of Al-Shabaab and restore stability to the troubled nation.
In a recent display of friendship and bilateral cooperation, Mogadishu proudly welcomed the extreme 74th National Day of the People's Republic of China ceremony. The event, graced by an array of distinguished dignitaries, including the extreme Speaker of the Parliament, Aden Madove, and foreign ambassadors, served as a testament of the deepening ties between China and Somalia.
Mogadishu has played host to the illustrious 74th National Day of the People's Republic of China ceremony, marked by the presence of distinguished guests, including the Speaker of the Parliament.
The illustrious occasion witnessed the presence of notable personalities such as the Italian ambassador to Somalia, Alberto Vecchi, the Turkish ambassador to Somalia, Ibrahim Mete Yegli, and the Ugandan ambassador to Somalia, Professor Sam Tulia Muhika, among other esteemed guests. As the sun set over the horizon, The air resonated with traditional dances, melodious music, and breathtaking displays. In his address, the Chinese ambassador to Somalia, Fei Shengchao, emphasized the invaluable support that China has been providing to Somalia, recognizing the strides made in the diplomatic relationship between the two countries. Trade, security, and development cooperation were highlighted as key areas of collaboration.
Just in the past year, China has provided support to Somalia in security supplies, food aid, orphans care, training courses, scholarships, renovation of hospitals, schools, and public institution buildings. With Chinese support and scholarships, hundreds of Somalis, including diplomats, military officers, judicial officials, fishing experts, journalists, and students have opportunities to go to China for training, education, and exchanges. Last year, we held Tiangong Dialogue, Talk with Taikonauts, in collaboration with our Somali friends, including my dear friend, the Minister of Information. And that was a huge success. Chinese taikonauts in Tiangong Space Station had warm online dialogues with Somali teenagers. The guests of the event watched the Chinese science fiction movie Wandering Earth, which, as I had been told, inspired a lot of Somali teenagers' science and space dreams. Later this month, we are going to have an opportunity to play Wandering Earth, the sequel, in Mogadishu. And I think for our Somali friends, I believe young people in Somalia will be interested in this blockbuster, which was screened just early this year and registered a revenue of over 700 to 800 million US dollars in China.
Lower House Speaker Aden Madobe expressed heartfelt gratitude for the privilege of witnessing such a momentous occasion. He acknowledged the significance of the National Day of the People's Republic of China, a public holiday in China celebrated annually on 1st October.
مسؤولينتي كسعودة دولة الصومالية أي شعب وينها كسوقي بقليب لما أنتن همبليو ودولة أنا صاحب كنا تشينو أو معركة عالم كقيمة بدن كله وإذن كو همبلييننا وحن إذن كرهجيننا هوليه أذهب وبلاوتين أو مستسام وإذن كسوقينا آدي على ضم حسنتين.
The 74th National Day of the People's Republic of China ceremony in Mogadishu exemplified the depth of the bond between China and Somalia. As these nations continue to strengthen their ties in various domains, the event served as a remarkable milestone, fostering friendship, cultural exchange, and a shared vision for a brighter future.
Reporting for Dalsan TV, Abdulrazak Ali, Mogadishu, Somalia.
Lovely viewers, the colorful story from the Chinese embassy brings us to the end of our bulletin. Wherever you are watching us from, on behalf of the Dalsan Media fraternity, I would like to thank you and urge you to stay put for more stories in our subsequent bulletins. Have yourselves a lovely night and be blessed.